Hello everyone, this is Rasan from Mavoa Canadian Immigration Made Easy, and in this video we're going to talk about the new pathway to permanent residency, this time for the 50,000 temporary workers. So we're going to first see what are the eligibility criteria and then move on to more details on how you can find your NOC occupation and see if you are actually an essential worker. On our last video, we talked about the 40,000 international students. Now we're going to see those 50,000 essential workers. So here we go. You're going to find all the links in the description, by the way. These are the 9 conditions, the eligibility requirement applicable to principal applicants under this stream. We're going to go over them quickly and then more in details. So the first one is that the foreign national must have accumulated at least 1 year of full-time work experience. 4 times mean a minimum of 30 hours a week in an eligible occupation listed in Annex A or Annex B. We're going to look into Annex A and B in the second part of the video, but for now, if you have accumulated 1 year of work experience, then you might qualify. Number 2, be employed in Canada in any occupation at the time that the application for permanent residence is received. So you must have the temporary worker status and be employed in Canada. Number 3 is that the employment described in both A and B must meet the definition of work. This is basically that you are an employee. You're not a business owner, you're not an entrepreneur, you're just an employee. Except if you're a medical doctor under a self-employed agreement, you can look into details. But for the rest of the population, it's just being an employee. Number 4 is to have attained a level of proficiency of at least 4 in the Canadian language benchmark. That is the language exams, the IELTS general training in English, and the CELPIP general. And for French is the TCF and TEF Canada. So before, the requirements were 7 in each of the CLBs. They dropped them down to 4 to make it easier for people to become permanent residents. Okay? Number 5 is to reside in Canada with a valid temporary status. You have to be in Canada. You can't be outside Canada. Number 6, intend to reside in a province other than Quebec, because Quebec has their own Ministry of Immigration and they do things differently than the rest of Canada. Number 7, you must have submitted an application for permanent residency, obviously. Number 8 is that you have to submit your application online. It can be a paper-based application. And number 8 is that the foreign national is not inadmissible. Being not inadmissible means that you have a clear police certificate, you don't have any criminal record, or if you do, you must have been rehabilitated, and that you're not a threat for sanitary or social services. That is, you are not medically inadmissible. So these are the 9 main eligibility criteria. And now if you have a spouse that is either with you in Canada or outside Canada, there also are eligibility requirements for them. So you can check them out here. It's on the same page, just a little below. Okay, now let's take a look at Annex A and B to see what is or who is an essential worker. Page just a little below. Okay, now let's take a look at Annex A and B to see what is or who is an essential worker. The first requirement is that the 1 year of work experience must be listed in Stream A or Stream B. Stream A refers to health occupation and Stream B refers to essential occupations other than health-related fields. So we scroll back to the bottom of the page and we have it here. Eligible health-related occupation, that's Annex A, and we have all the NOC occupation code that has 4-digit. NOC means National Occupational Classification, and you have it all here. Same for Annex B. You have the list of all the different occupations. So what I suggest you do if you want to find out if your application is actually essential is to go to the NOC matrix. So that's the hierarchy or structure of the NOC matrix. You're going to also find the link in the description. And here you have the breakdown of the matrix: management occupation, business finance, etc. So for health occupation, for example, that's number 3. We're going to click here and you have all the different categories. For professional occupations in nursing, doctors, optometrics, pharmacists, etc. You have them all. And remember, the NOC code is 4 digits. So make sure you have your 4 digits. For example, for denturists, that's going to be 32 21, which is different than a dentist, which is going to be somewhere here, 3113. You see the difference? All right. If you don't find it here, or if it's unclear, you can check out the matrix. And this is a quick tip to know where to look on that structure. Here you have the skill level. The skill level means what level of education you need in order to practice that occupation. And here you have the different fields and categories. For example, someone who is an architect went to university for 4 to 6 years. So that is an occupation that usually requires a university education. So they're going to be looking in this column here, right? And then the second field that's going to cross with that is occupation in natural and applied sciences and related occupations. So we're going to go to 21 and see what's under 21. Here we have it. Under professional occupations, we have architects, urban planners, and land surveyors. We click on that one more time, and 2151 is the NOC code for architects. This is how you find your NOC code. To wrap things up and put the information into context, this is a new program that was launched on May 6th, and that's going to close on November 5th, 2021, or when the 50,000 PR visa are going to be reached. The goal, of course, is to reach the 401 permanent resident admissions for 2021, despite the fact that the borders are still closed. At the moment, Canada doesn't accept any incoming flights from India, and India itself represents over 40% of immigration to Canada. That's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any question, you can leave them in the comment section. And if you liked it and want to know more about immigration to Canada, like the video and subscribe to the channel. That helps us grow and make useful content. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.